Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you might be new. Tonight, or today, it's nighttime for me. Today I thought I would sit down and just share random facts about me. If you missed my Q&A, I will link that up in the iCard for you. I talked about maybe doing a separate video because somebody asked, like, what's a random fact about you? It was kind of hard for me to pick just one. Now I will be sharing my whole brother story situation in a different video, probably a week from today. Or I might be sharing the story of my husband and I. I'll do that before I share the story of my brother because you need to understand some things before we get to that point. So anyway, that will be addressed in a different video. Do my lips look really pink to you? They don't have anything on them. Anyway, squirrel brain over here. It's like 8 o'clock at night. We've just had a long day. Anyway, I did not prepare for this. I probably should have wrote some things down. But let's start off with my birthday is October 26th. I will be 30 this year. 30. I'm slightly dreading it just a little bit. It just, I feel so old, you know, which is funny because I'm not, but that's okay. I am a Scorpio as well. If you like or follow zodiac sign stuff or whatever. I used to play flute. I started playing the flute the summer before 5th grade, and I played all throughout school, so elementary, junior high, and high school. I was in marching band as well in high school and concert band. It was awesome and amazing, and it was really, really fun. Seriously, like some of the best years of my life was high school. I really enjoyed high school. Of course, I went through like a bunch of crap. There was bullying, there was a lot of, you know, issues and things, whatever, but like I got to travel a lot too. So that brings me to another fun fact where I have traveled. So I live in Arizona. I've been to, let me think of like California over in the United States, and then we'll get to countries. So California, Arizona, Texas, Florida, New York, and Pennsylvania. I think those are all the states I've been to. And I've been to Mexico, and I've been to Ireland. So I went to Ireland in high school. My sophomore year, I was in 10th grade, and I got to go to Ireland. We were marching in the St. Patrick's Day parade. We spent a week there. It was beautiful. It was freezing. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was so fun. It was so cool. I'm just like blessed to be able to have gone to Ireland, especially at such a young age. What are you doing?
I know.
Go ask Daddy. I'm busy. Can you close the door? Hey, close the door. Thank you. That was my toddler. Anyway, so yeah, Ireland was amazing and beautiful. That is a place that I for sure am going back to. I don't know when, but it would be a trip with like just my husband and me because he also wants to go. And I feel like it'll be different because we had a lot of like schedules and an itinerary, and you know, we saw a lot of like museums, and we did go to like the Blarney Stone, and we went to like castles and all sorts of stuff. It was awesome, but I feel like it'll be obviously better if I can go like as an adult, but also go not so educational, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was awesome. So that's all the places that I have traveled. My favorite soda, if you have not heard before, is Dr. Pepper. I also like Diet Dr. Pepper too, runner up, and Diet Coke. But I hate regular Coke, okay? Regular Coca-Cola to me tastes kind of like if Pine Sol and, I don't know, some type of like car cleaner or WD-40, if they like had a baby, that's what Coca-Cola tastes like to me. It is so gross. But Diet Coke, I will drink all day. They taste totally different. Something else you might find interesting are all the places that I've worked throughout the years. I have worked at McDonald's for like 3 years. I have worked at Joann Fabrics for a few months. Also Applebee's for a few months. I worked at Whataburger. Let me know if you are a Whataburger fan, if you have them in your state. I know they're kind of few and far between. Unless you're in Texas, they're on like every corner. But let me know if you like Whataburger too. I've worked at Stanley Steamer and Bulwark Exterminating. That's the place that I worked at most recently before I quit my job in December to do YouTube. I moved out of my parents' house at 19. They kicked me out because I had a bad attitude and they were sick of it. So I moved out at age 19. So I've been out of their house for 10 years. That's crazy to think that. One of my biggest pet peeves is if you hold the door open for somebody and they don't say thank you. They just walk right through the open door. You're welcome. I have even said that before. If somebody just walks straight through, I'll say, you're welcome. And about 90% of the time, they still don't say anything at all. Like, how do you not have manners? That's just like common courtesy, common sense. If somebody is holding the door open for you, say thank you. Seriously, it drives me nuts. There was one time where somebody was holding the door open for me. I think I was going to like a gas station or something. And I said, oh, thank you. And they were like, oh, you're welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. Not everybody does that. And I was like, I know. I thought that was funny, but I hate that so much. And it could be because I've worked in customer service for so long. That's like all I've really ever done is like communicating with customers and stuff. So I'm like a big stickler on saying please and thank you. Like, people don't say thank you when you hand them their food or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you're welcome. I didn't have to give it to you. I could have been like, this Johnny is not a very nice guy. I'll just let it sit there and get cold. You're welcome. I think I've mentioned this before, or maybe in like a vlog or something like that, so maybe some of you don't know, but I really enjoy playing the Sims game, and I really love to build more than actually play, just because I get to be like really creative and I can build crazy houses, small houses, big houses. You know, you can have like different styles, different themes. It's really fun. I love it. Lacey and I right now, she's helping me. We're kind of deciding together on what we're making. It was her idea to make like a farm and have like cowboys and cowgirls. So we made a mom, a dad, one child that's a boy, and then we had a dog. So they all have like cowboy hats, cowboy boots. They're all wearing like plaid shirts, or the mom has like a plaid dress. And then we made a bloodhound for a dog because I thought maybe like a border collie, because they help like wrangle the sheep, but there's not actually sheep or horses or pigs or anything in The Sims 4, but we made a bloodhound instead. So we're building the house right now, and we have like red shutters and there's like red brick on it, and we put like fences, and we made a little pretend like fenced in area that you might have like the pigs in or the sheep in or something. There's like a water trough, there's a bunch of trees. I even made sure I picked a lot that was like in a forest area, so it kind of matched with it. So I just love that. I love being creative and just making new things and making pretty things, making funny things, making anything and everything. Some really weird facts that I don't know if I should tell you or zoom you in close enough, but my eyebrows, this one does so much better, and you might have been noticing when I talk and get excited and then go like this. This one especially goes so high. This one, not so much. But that one's like, whoosh. I know not everybody can do that, like dance with your eyebrows. And another thing I can do, this is so stupid, is, oh, I messed up my little hairs I had down there. As I can like flare my nostrils if I want to. I know you want to see this. Just watch. I can also wiggle my ears. Can you see that? I hope you can. I can't tell. I can't look straight and look sideways at the same time. Weird, gross, random facts. See, there goes my eyebrow again. It's just that one. I don't talk with it like that. Or I can do that and have both of them up. It just happens naturally to like do this all the time. Especially, no one's hiding behind my glasses, so I look like I have just one eyebrow. This is taking a turn. I've never had braces before, even though I have fairly straight, nice teeth. I've never had braces, but I do give all the credit to my mom because she was a dental assistant, oh gosh, from when I was age 5 or something, and she retired like 3 years ago, maybe. So it was always like brush your teeth morning and night and floss your teeth, and you know, we got our regular we got our regular checkups and our cleanings done, you know, every 6 months, and our x-rays and all that stuff. And I talked to you guys before about this. I had a really small hole in the side of my tooth that I thought was a cavity. I even had my mom look at it. She thought it was also a cavity, and I actually went to go get that fixed, and then I randomly got my last wisdom tooth removed also. But it was not a cavity. It was just a really tiny like crevice or little cave or like whatever it was, and the dentist just took one of those little spiky tools and just kind of like cleaned it out. There was a little bit of like, what did he call it? I don't know, some like darkness. I don't know, it wasn't like a cavity though. He just kind of like scraped it off a little bit and then put some, I think like what you would fill a cavity with, just a tiny bit to like close the hole, but it was not actually a cavity. So I've never had a cavity in my life, and I got 3 of my 4 wisdom teeth removed when I was 18 because the one was still like too high up for them to reach or whatever. And so I just got that done too because it has come in and it was bothering my other tooth and like impacting it. So I just randomly asked him about it. I'm like, hey, I also have this tooth here, you know, the one that got left behind, like, can you remove it? Is it possible? So he took it out that day too. So that was kind of random. But yeah. Also, I don't have that many like family members, not my little family that I've created, but my mom was adopted. We don't know really much about her, like, mother and father or siblings or anything. They never like reconnected, you know, it was like a closed adoption. So other than her twin brother, because her and her twin brother were adopted together by my grandparents, so other than him, that's it. Then on my father's side, because my father passed away when I was 7 years old from cancer. He was a smoker and got cancer and battled that, I believe my mom said, for about 5 years before he did pass away. But he had, and she's passed away too, so his mom, and I remember we used to visit her like when I was little, but she's passed on. And then one of his brothers also, we did talk a little bit, and I would see when I was little, like we have pictures together and stuff, but he has since passed on. And his dad, I believe, took off when like my dad was really little. And then there's another brother that is still around and we talk to. So that's who I have, is my uncle. They live in Pennsylvania. So his wife, which they got divorced unfortunately, but they had 2 kids. So I have 2 cousins, an aunt and uncle. That's for my mom and my uncle. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, and my brother. Wow. Oh man, my brother. Anyway, is that brother? Uncle, aunt, cousin, uncle, my mom, my brother. Yes, I believe that's it. Because then I do have a stepdad, and I'll call him dad in videos because he's been in my life since I was 5 or 6. And then they also got married when I was 7. So he's been in my life, you know, longer than my father was. So then I have a stepbrother, and you know, my grandma on his side, cousins on his side, and all that. But like blood relatives is what I'm talking about. There are 7 of them, and my battery is dying, so hang on. Hello, it's me. Okay, so I think I just told you about my family, right? Okay, moving on. So I barely have any family members, but I really don't have any friends either. And hopefully if you're my friend, you're not offended. But let me explain what I mean by I don't have any friends. So I have friends that might be, what's the word I'm looking for? More appropriately labeled as an acquaintance, I guess. Because maybe I have hung out with this person once or twice or a few times, but not really. We don't talk on a daily basis. Like there's a handful of girls that I have hung out with before, like with her kids, with my kids. Maybe we used to get together kind of, but not for, you know, 2 years or so, because we're just, you know, busy. Mom life is hard. A lot of them work. I was working for so long, plus extra kids and just life and everything else. And this is all, you know, before the whole country shut down. But there's not anybody that I ever go hang out with now or anything. Like we're kind of active maybe on Facebook or something, but we don't like talk, you know, we don't like really message that often, or, you know, text or call or anything like that. I have not like gone out with a friend in, oh gosh, a year and a half or more, maybe. Like I hang out with my parents a lot and my husband and my children, and that's about it. So maybe I feel like lately, the last few months, not only am I just kind of feeling more myself, maybe opening up a little bit more to you guys, slash I don't have any friends. I've only been around my children, and I'm like craving the adult interaction that I get with you guys, you know what I mean? Because like you're my friends, but you're really like acquaintances. Like I maybe know your name and you're getting to know me, and you know, some of you like to tell me things about yourself in the comments, which I love. But it would be nice if I actually was able to go have like a girls' night or something, like once a month, you know what I mean? My husband doesn't really have that many friends either, per se. He hangs out with his cousins quite a bit though. They're like brothers, you know, they grew up together, and we're about, I think, 5-ish years apart from each other, which the day you're watching this Sunday, we're going to one of his son's birthday parties. So let me know in the comments down below if maybe you don't really have like friends either, or if you have any tips, like how do I make friends? It's so hard to, I feel like, not only because I don't really have that many friends, but I have been working from home, or I was working from home for about 4 or 3.5 years before I quit, and then I've been doing YouTube the entire time. That timeline doesn't sound the way I wanted it to, but anyway, so I'm home like all the time. Like I'm not at a job, I'm not in an office or even a Whataburger setting or something to where I'm interacting with employees or new employees, whatever, you know what I mean, or even customers or something. So I feel like for me it's really difficult if I don't already know you like now, because I used to be really outgoing and I feel like I could make friends fairly easily, but now I even had to ask Matt, I'm like, what should I tell them? Like, what do you normally tell people about yourself when you're like getting to know them? Because I don't do that like ever, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm kind of like socially awkward a little bit when it comes to things like that. I don't know. And I have only ever lived with, I believe, like 4 different people. Well, I don't know if you count like my family, like my parents as people you live with, because obviously you start out living at home. And then when I moved out when I was 19, I moved in with this gay couple, these guys that we found out from like a mutual friend of ours. I don't even remember who it was, but I think I worked with her or something like that at Applebee's, I think, or it was like my parents' like favorite like waitress or whatever that they always sat with and like started to get to know and whatnot. But she like knew these guys that were looking for a roommate to move in, so I moved into one of their bedrooms because they owned a house. So technically, outside of my family, those were the first men I lived with, but I mean, do you really count that? I was only there for like 4 months or something. Then I lived with this girl that, oh, lo and behold, we knew from Applebee's, and it wasn't the same girl that knew that gay couple, but she was a different person at work that you're getting to know. The, I don't know, persona that she like gave off or whatever was totally different than the person she was in the apartment. And I didn't work with her while I lived with her either. Applebee's was before I was working at Whataburger when I was living with her, so it's not even like we had any awkwardness or like we were working together and we were living together or something like that. But holy cow, that was a mess. I don't even know if I would share that in a different video. It was ridiculous. That could be fun though, like the worst roommate ever. There was a lot of drama in that place. But anyway, and then after that, I moved on my own into an apartment, and then I moved in with Matt. So technically Matt is the first man that I've ever lived with, and the fourth person or third person, depending on my parents, however you want to count that. But now we are here, obviously together and married and all that fun stuff. And like I said, I will be telling the story of how him and I met, just our journey, and a lot of other things that also include some drama. So if that sounds like something you are interested in watching, make sure to subscribe down below if you have not already. It will be posted a week from today at the same time if you would like to hear about it. Maybe I'll do that, like Storytime Sunday. That could be a really fun sequence. Just tell you about myself. There's a lot of drama that has happened in my life. And obviously I don't have friends now, so I've been drama free for like years, but holy cow, growing up was a little crazy. So not only subscribe, but hit that bell for notifications. When you hit the bell, it'll ask you if you want to do like none, personal, or all or something. Just click all, so that way whenever I have a video going up for you guys, you are aware of it. But if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up for me. And you can also share this video with your share this video with your friends if you thought it was entertaining. Get more people to my channel, which I know I have grown quite a bit over the last, I don't know, week or two or something. So welcome if you are new. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.